Hello, 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 and welcome to what is now the 5th episode of Swifty and Ripost's DadCraft. And thank you to all those who subscribed and have left me some lovely comments and excellent feedback. I try to like them when I can and reply to them which seem to warrant or be open for reply. So really welcome those, and it's been lovely sort of having people starting to interact, because throwing a video out onto YouTube is somewhat like shouting into the void sometimes. So thank you all so much, and it's very lovely, and it makes me want to keep doing this. So thank you, everyone. However, on to today's task. What I'm looking at doing today is detailing the walls of my arable farm. In between videos, actually a fair bit's gone on the server in the last few days. I first zoomed over to find a desert with some red sand, so I've got a new box here and lots of red sand, and that is going to be for just some of the bits in the floor to break up the regular sand colour. And then also an old friend of mine, Punky, has joined the server, so I spent a lot of Friday evening showing him around the server, getting him set up, and getting him some new basic kit and a new base. And we've also another player has joined, JHA_E. I've not met them before, but I think I'll use this opportunity to say hello. And I'll just be a bit polite. It's always nice to meet new people, and we'll see what they're doing in a bit, maybe, but probably not on the stream, because I think it's a bit rude to jump on when you're recording and they don't know that. So I'll maybe chat to them later, but let's give them a quick hi. Say I'm good. Episode for my YouTube. Anyhow, back to the detailing work. So, firstly, I want some honeycomb to make candles with. I don't think... Oh, actually, third. I think I'll have a few more. So, I'll grab that and nip to my beehives. And as you'll see, all my beehives have a campfire hidden under some mossy carpet under them, so I can harvest safely without risk of getting attacked. Let's bump you out of the way. You always go there. There we go. Some more honeycomb. Where did that one get to? There. Oh, apologies for the noise. I realised I got my sounds on, and it is quite loud in here with all that farm. So I'll get out here as quickly as I can. And let's see what was said there. And say thanks. Say hi in a bit when done. Sorry, yeah, my spelling there went awful, didn't it? Once finished recording. And then the link is in the Discord. Channel name is Swiftian Riposte. Anyhow, let's always advertising. That's it's the YouTube hustle, isn't it? It's I like sort of posting this channel to a couple of places, but I'm not really a hustle person, and I'm hoping to let it sort of grow organically, really, and see how far that gets me. Posting a few places. Please do share it, because it's always nice when more people see it, and people I don't necessarily know. But yeah, I don't necessarily go around hunting views or anything like that. It's for me, it's just the pleasure of doing this. And for decoration, I want some of those dead bushes, and I want some. What did I want? I wanted oh yeah, so leaf blocks, bushes, those sort of things. I think I will use. I've got lots of oak, and I think some birch, because that's quite a nice different texture, and maybe some acacia. So that's those, and then I'm going to want some of this sand, to help break out the floor colours a bit. And then I'm going to want some sandstone to go in the walls behind where I decorate. I think we'll see how I go with that much to start with. I can always pop back in here and get more. So yeah, as I was saying, bit of a eventful time here in the server. People joining and all that good sort of stuff. And then other than that, I've had it's Monday evening at the moment whilst I'm recording this, and I had a really lovely weekend. Saw a band I really like on Saturday night. They were called Millie Manders and the Shut Up, so well worth checking them out if you like your sort of ska punk type music. Well, I know I do, and had a really good time there. Then on, I think that was Saturday, and it's actually a really emotional gig as well. It was they're a band who really care a lot about sort of mental health and everything like that, and it just was really moving in places. And even the singer, I mean, she's doing what she really loves, but it shows that even then it can have an effect that caught that during one of her songs. Just the emotions of the event led her to shed a tear, and that was really sweet because it shows just how passionate she is for what she does and how much her own songs, which she may have played hundreds of times, mean to her. I need a sand block for that. I can replace it on the red sand in a minute. And that was again a bit special just to see that. So you get all sorts of going on. So that was a really good evening on Saturday, and I love live music and do what I can to support keeping it live, I think. And so yeah, and also I think it shows that even sometimes doing something you love like that, you don't always have to be happy doing it. Sometimes it brings emotion. Sometimes it's tough to do what you love. Sometimes you're tired or drained, and this world is not always the easiest place to live in. And there's nothing wrong in feeling a bit rough. And I think actually I'm going to do a bit more in this entrance way in a bit, sort of cutting across my different stories here. But yeah, you can be burnt out doing what you love, and you've got to remember that. And I'm just starting this channel, and I can already see why creators say it's difficult, because something you make a channel often because it's something on a subject that you love, and you don't want to end up not liking it. But it's a lot more effort to record and talk about, and I'm sure if people actually do put some more effort in, like editing something, than it is just to go along with it and play it and do it. So yeah, if the people you follow, you like, don't always post or delayed, don't hold it against them. They want to and they love what they're doing, but it's not easy. So anyhow, that's just a bit of an aside as I was sorting out that sand there, and that looks a bit better. And then I think I need to put some candles in places as well. I think where I've got a torch, I'll stick a candle. How am I? Actually, I could stick it up there. And then I need to replace those two blocks, and so I need my sandstone and then my candles. So there we go. Oh, I need a flint and steel. Flint and steel. I did not know that. Well, I may have done. I must have done. I've got candles elsewhere, but I totally forgot that. So up there, again, I love being organised. I can find what I'm looking for, and I want the shovel. I think the meat will have to go for now. So yeah, that was one topic of conversation whilst I try to think of what next, but maybe I'll talk through my process here a bit. So that can get. Oh yeah, I need more candles. So 2, 3 to give some decent light. I'm going to need some ceiling lights in here as well, clearly. I think the candles aren't going to be bright enough. So that's something to think about, but I can always put them a bit more often as well, of course. So let's strip that out. And that one as well. And then I'll stick some. That was regular sandstone, wasn't it? And that was a cut one. And let's stick a couple there, and then like that. So Anywho, that gap there, I may actually, this piece, I don't know why I'm doing this, I'm thinking of doing something a bit different here, a bit of entranceway, but be that as it may, that needs to be a regular sandstone, and same here. I'm thinking of doing like a big open entrance rather than this little doorway here, but I'll wait till I get to that, till I make any future mines up there. So, and then let us go. And what should I do with this one? I think maybe, yeah, 3 bushes there, that'll look good. So, I just need to replace all of these with the necessary sandstone block. Actually, I can mix it up, can't I? Because I'm not wanting this to look too perfect either. I'm wanting this to look a bit wild and overgrown and a bit more natural. Let's say, yeah, like that. Actually, that looks good. I'll leave one untouched, and then let's leave this one. Let's just have a break in the wall here. Then let's put that there. Let's just break it up a bit. Actually, maybe nothing here. Let's punch a couple of holes there. Oops, gravel. Curses. Curse you, gravel. I better sling a torch up there. I don't think to spawn once I block that all in again. So, whoop, there we go. Just keep everything up there spawn proof. And I was going to dig a hole behind as well, wasn't I? Oh, and of course, more gravel. I should have thought of that. Yeah. So always be careful when you're placing blocks and that, you never know what's going to be behind the walls, as it were. And so I think I can put that there. I think maybe 3 candles in the corner. I can run into candles very quickly. And in this one, how can we have actually dead bush won't go on there. There could just be doesn't need to be anything in the gap, does there? It could just be a gap. A couple of dead bushes here I think would be quite good. So let's clear all this out. And actually, let's have some red sand down there and some... Where's my regular sand? There we go. And then let's mess up the sandstone and let's put a couple of bushes down. That looks quite neat. And here, I think a couple of candles again. So I think I'll strip these out. Sorry, I'm sort of commenting just what I'm doing here. I know that's not the most interesting. It's still learning this. It's still not easy trying to remember what to do here, and I've got to talk. I can't just sort of leave things quiet and silent. I've got to think about what to say and what to do. So, other than that, well, I don't really thought much else. I need to create a plan of what to talk about and life and philosophy and all those sort of things. But here I am trying to build a bit of an interesting wall, and building an interesting wall and talking life and philosophy at the same time is too much for my little brain. So we'll keep struggling on. Yes, come on, brain, you can do it. You can. Big brain time. Let us have some bushes coming down from the ceiling here, and I think if I clear that and that and that. But what would you like to hear me talk about? I've got some commenters now, and you're very lovely with what you say. So please do sort of anything you'd like to know about me, or like me to talk about. I don't. I'll just keep muttering along about the subjects which I'm interested in otherwise, but it's always good to hear sort of what other people would like to know about me and all that sort of thing. I have to be careful on this. This is a public platform, so I'm not exactly going to sort of share my PIN card details or anything like that, but a few bits and pieces I'm happy to talk and share, and whether it's sort of struggles in my life I've been through or good points and things you're struggling with and want to know if other people have had similar and how they've coped with it. Again, more than happy to talk through those and some of the things which help me get by when times are a bit more tough. Actually, let's put a bush in there as well. Let's neaten that up. So, yeah, please do ask away and I'll answer the questions I can. And again, on an early one, I think it's of someone I saw. I think it was Awesome Hawkins in the comments commented that their Minecraft experience is very different. They play a not Java. They play the Bedrock version on iPad, on a very old iPad that doesn't really render so well anymore, but it does it for them, and I think it's excellent that you can do that. And an old iPad which is running out of memory, but will still play a version of the game, and that's their version. They've tried Java, or it doesn't work for them, and they just love the Bedrock nature of it. So great, there's different versions, and people can just enjoy it and get along with it. So I really like that about Minecraft, and that it's open to that. So let's I don't know, I sort of ran out of impetus on that sentence. So finish it off yourself. Boy, I'm struggling. It's been a long day in work today, that all made up for when I got home, and my little boy was so pleased and excited to see me. He had a wonderful day at his nursery, so he was a little beaming thing of joy, and that always makes your evening as a dad better, when you go and collect your little child and they're just happy and bouncy and want to tell you what they did today, and then go and watch their favourite cartoon, which unfortunately wasn't working on our Netflix this evening. So, but again, he was a good boy about it and didn't sort of moan or cry, and just went with it. So I don't know what he's done with his usual self, but he was a very good boy today. Actually, I wanted to put a bush there, didn't I? So let's get some sand in that slot, and then get a bush down. So yeah, it's starting to does look a bit more like it. Some areas a bit messed up. Some lighting in the walls, I think. Of course, once I've got the ceiling done, the lights in the ceiling, I can clear off all the wall torches, but for the time being they can remain. That one can't, because I'm about to put some bushes just there. So let's just put another torch there. I don't think things will spawn in here, but I'd always rather be better safe than sorry. I think we'll have a bush flooding out. Oops, that's not a bush, that's a sandstone block, but I do need that behind. Yeah, bush sort of flooding out to that corner looks great. Oopsie, nope, that's... It does all look... Sorry, I realised. Yeah, I'll put them there, of course. Yeah, it's like, did I put a block in that corner? There was a grey stone there, but no, I did put a block in there. Past me was more with it than current me is, and I better put that back, or else I'll be confused where that's gone. Then I want to take that block out, and then these out to do all the backboardy type stuff. Sandstone, sandstone. Where's the cut sandstone? Cut sandstone, cut sandstone. And then what was I going to do here? What was I going to... I'll do a... You know what? I'll do a candle, or a couple of candles, and I'll do a dead... Has to be sand. I'm still not necessarily remembering what block has to go where here. That was going to be a bush. So, yeah, that definitely looks a lot better, sort of breaking it open, bringing in some of that overgrown feeling. I like that a lot. And I think when I've got this area filled in with cacti and all those sort of good things, and then all the fields done, this actually looks like a really cool little room. But talking of this area, let's put some blocks for red sand. And let's try to make it look a bit natural, like it's sort of part of the scenery and not anything too planned. I think that looks like a good start. And we can see how that looks once I fill them all in. And again, sort of my building method here is, interestingly, it started off with the brute force we went through in a couple of episodes ago, where you saw my method of forcing myself to get something down and then when at least you've got a starting idea, you can then edit it and modify it and change it till you're happy. But since then, actually, as you saw on that one, the coming up with the distressed look and then doing the floor like this just sort of came to my head, and I got the sort of the no longer blank canvas, and suddenly once you got that down, it's so much easier just to think, okay, what would look good here? How does this go? If I put some red sand down there, and actually let's do that. No, that doesn't work. There's still got to be some sandstone or something there. And then actually do that there, and it blends it a bit nicely as well into the wall. And I think actually I'm going to pull a dead bush. I think I'll do that. I should use the shears for that. Do that there. And actually I want to take another one of these out as well if I'm doing that. I think I'll do nope, don't do sandstone there. But yeah, so the point I was trying to make before I distracted myself by doing all this was, if you are stuck for ideas, just start throwing blocks, even if it's just you put up a flat wall or a bit of gradient. It's so much easier if you've then got it there for your brain to then think, okay, now edit this. And I think in general our brains are much better at editing a pre-existing idea or questioning that, even if it's our own, than coming up with a brand new one. So you sometimes just have to give it that, make sure the slate is no longer blank and it's got something to work from, and then you'll find the inspiration comes a lot quicker, you work better, and you then turn it, what was a bland thing into something very good. And I think don't be scared just to put pen to paper, as it was. It's your first idea will almost always be not the best, but accept that and just think, better a first idea that you can work from than no idea at all. But maybe that's just sort of my philosophy in life, and I guess it's one of those things as well. I know a lot of people are concerned that what do people think about them, and it can be valid that you get performance anxiety and you're worried, and you don't want people to think you're a fool, but and you don't want to be the one who sort of breaks the silence or puts their hand up or has a go. But think about your life. How often have you laughed at someone because of that, or actually how often have you thought, oh, at least they did something, and at least which is more than everyone else was doing. So yeah, don't be scared about putting your hand up and doing that. People won't think you're a fool. They'll actually either at worst just think not think anything, or they may well admire your bravery and remember you as somebody who is willing to do that. And actually that's a excellent quality in life to have. So throw paint to the blank canvas, ask the silly question, throw an idea, even if it seems like the most ridiculous idea ever. At least it's an idea, and that's what matters the most sometimes. And other people then, and don't be scared about people critiquing your idea either. At least you started it, and whatever develops, it'll be better because more people are involved. So don't be scared to have the idea, and don't be precious about it. Allow critique and develop it with the feedback, and you come up with something even better. Anyhow, I'm just about running to time, a bit beyond my usual time with this episode. So, and again, I need to plan. I think some feedback for myself is I had to start writing down what I want to talk about during this episode, and hopefully reduce some of the dead air and make it more interesting. So, we'll see what we get to next time. Feedback to myself there. Next time, I think I'll have finished this last wall off camera, and we'll maybe do some planning for the ceiling, and I'll sort of throwing some ideas down. So we'll see how that goes. However, this has been Swiftian Riposte. Thank you very much, as ever, for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and see you next time. Ciao.